We're here with Angel Brutus of Angel Brutus Yoga Company. And so I had another question in terms of like the age groups. I know there's probably like kids yoga. Is there like yoga for teenagers and then like seniors, or can they all combine in one class? Or
yoga is for any age range, whether it's the young in age or the mature in age. There's even yoga practices that can be modified for individuals who are not mobile. You can have accommodating poses for individuals. I've seen where classes have been done for people who are chair-bound. Because you can still do a lot of upper body stuff and still do the meditation piece, and so it's still balancing those three things. Teenagers can do it too. We definitely recommend it a lot for individuals who are involved in sports, because specifically for guys, if you can remember back in the day in the college days when I took dance classes, specifically modern, a lot of football players were in my dance class because there's a lot of flexibility that's taught in there and things of that nature. And so yoga is something that's really good for across the board, whether a person's abilities are very limited or if the sky is the limit and they're a professional athlete. Specifically for guys, because guys tend to have a lot of tightness in hamstrings, and if you notice in professional sports you see a lot of hamstring injuries and groin injuries, and the practice of yoga kind of helps to lengthen those particular muscles and help them become a lot more elastic and a lot more plastic and use them in the best way to prevent injuries. That's something that's specific with yoga that's not specific with any other kind of exercise regimen.
Yoga, guys, yoga.
You were saying that there's different styles, but there's levels, different levels. And what's the difference? To me, yoga is yoga. How can I get to a 5? I mean, I would think everything is still slow. It's still flexibility.
Well, again, with anything, you have to kind of, like you spoke of earlier, taking baby steps with certain things. Knowing what your abilities are for that particular moment. So if there was a person who was newly walking into a class and decided to try yoga for the first time, there's no way as an instructor that I would have them in a headstand. So that's what you talk about, the natural progression with things. The more in line and the more in tune we are with our bodies and where we are, the more able we're to go.
And does that have a lot to do with like the instructor as well? Like you probably have some instructors who wouldn't care if it's your first time and they're like, you see them doing it.
I have been in classes, believe it or not, and these have been serious, true yoga classes where the instructor is like a drill sergeant and will call someone out and say, you're not doing that pose right. And that, to me, kind of goes against what the principle of yoga is, because it's supposed to be about self-acceptance, and, you know, your pose may not be where someone else's is. It's not about competition and comparison.
Okay, so when we come back, you let our viewers know where to find you on the web and stuff like that. We'll be right back.